Hello everyone and welcome back to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. Today is not GAC, but I'm gonna show you how to beat each of the tiers of the Sith Eternal Emperor Galactic Legend event. So let's start off with tier 1 where you need Darth Sidious. First of all, since his leadership is just an Omega, I would definitely recommend maxing it out, giving him a bit more offense. Plus, I've seen people do it without the unique Zeta. However, if you want to make sure that you don't miss out, like that you lose attempts and thereby lose tickets, I would highly recommend giving the Zeta, mainly because of the extra potency and him gaining max health equal to his potency percentage. This definitely increases his survivability a lot, which helps. In terms of modding, which is the only other thing that you can modify, obviously he has to be Relic 7. Speed set, as you can see, and potency set is, I guess I would say, the ideal scenario. If you can get his potency higher, good, but don't do it at the expense of survivability too much. Yeah, as you can see here, just high speed, the crit chance is definitely gonna help. Here, obviously, I'd prefer a 6E mod, but in the combination of speed and potency sets, I just found this one to be best, also because it gives me another bit extra health and potency. Here, health primary over protection primary preferred, because he is gonna have a huge health pool anyway and has quite some amount of health steal as well. Here with a bit of offense added, so he hits a bit harder. Here I actually gave him a potency cross, as you can see, with still decent speed. The offense and the health boost are nice as well. And then here crit damage triangle, because obviously Sidious, even though being Relic 7, he doesn't really hit hard, so you need to boost his offense. So thereby, besides the speed, of course, also focus on offense. Protection is not ideal here. I prefer potency or health in an ideal world. Obviously, speed primary on the arrow. And then I was basically mainly focusing on, oh yeah, I got some nice offense, a bit of crit chance. Defense, this is maybe a bit compensating for my non-6E diamond here. Protection, again, not really ideal. So these are the stats, as you can see. Health, protection, speed. You want to have him well above 300. The faster, the better. Crit damage is increased because of the triangle, as you saw. Potency, of course, the higher the better. But keep in mind, he also gets a plus 50% from his unique Zeta. And just for you to have a reference, so he has actually 90% critical chance, 7.6k physical offense. And taken into account his leadership, he will have 105% critical chance right now with the modding. So this is very good. Thereby he should be able to crit pretty much every time. Thereby the crit damage triangle also will boost his damage a lot. So let's hop into battle. You will have to fight some Jedi. Yeah, I guess you've seen the dialogue. Very cool and thematic to basically really reenact the Mace Windu Palpatine, the Mace Windu Palpatine dialogue. You cannot and you don't have to defeat Mace Windu in this tier. You only have to kill the other 3 Jedi. You will definitely open up with his AoE. It doesn't matter who you target, because the AoE doesn't have any effect on a target enemy. And this is a very good scenario in terms of you being able to dish out a lot of debuffs. And as you can see, while they were attacking me, Sidious was also dodging quite a bit, so that was great. You want to try, ideally, to get out this guy first, because he can ability block you. However, if one of the other Jedi is much, much lower in health, kill them first. Alright, he actually died to the dots. That's amazing. And always also try to hit the ones with an expose, because that, of course, will enable you to deal extra damage. Ideally, you want to kill this guy next. He has also higher turn meter than Kit Fisto, so let's go for him. Yeah. So yeah, you see, I've already lost all my protection, so now I'll be dependent on my health regeneration. Alright, AoE, yeah, and it's pretty much over. I'm gonna just quickly replay it a few more times without much more in-depth explanation, just to see you, because this was actually a very, very good RNG run, just to show you how the battles might turn out in different scenarios, especially depending on your dodge luck or not. But as you can see, again, quite good run. This is really, yeah. With that modding, I wasn't even getting, I think I once got into the yellow health in one attempt of my 8 ones that I had to do it to get shards for Sith Eternal Emperor. So yeah, let's do it one more time. Hopefully maybe get a little bit of worse RNG, just to show you that this is fairly failsafe. Yeah, for example, here he didn't die to damage over time, so we gotta kill him manually. So this is one more hit that I have to dish out. Ideally, so yeah, I was about to say, I wouldn't have even attacked him because he had 6 dots, so let the dots kill him. Yeah. Pretty failsafe, I would say, with this modding. Right. Let's hop on to the next tier, which is Jedi Knight Anakin only. Again, his leadership is just an Omega. Max it out, gives him more offense. Why not? Obviously, I guess everyone at this stage will have his basic and special Omega. The Zeta here doesn't do anything because there's no Padme here, so his Zeta is definitely not required at all. Actually, his entire unique is not required because there is no other ally that would trigger the bonus turn. And well, obviously you need him Relic 7 either way. In terms of modding, again, you want to have him fast, because the faster he is, the more often he'll take turns. So yeah, that's actually, I think, the same mod that I had on Palpatine before, on Sidious, sorry, Darth Sidious. Here, again, speed, a bit of crit chance and potency also don't hurt, but focus definitely on speed and then offense or crit chance or something like that. Here, nice potency secondary, speed, again, offense primary, preferred over protection. Here again, health, because you want him also survivable. He actually hits quite hard either way. And yeah, then to have a bit of increased damage output, crit damage triangle. The secondaries besides speed are actually not that great here. And here again, speed, nice offense boost with crit chance. And this will give him above 300 speed, 80k health, 192% crit damage, 80% crit chance, which is nice. And if I remember correctly, his leadership also gives... Oh no, crit damage and offense, yeah. No crit chance, but still. This tier is actually the easiest of the 3. I don't even think you need to remod a lot. but obviously you don't want to take any chances, right? So you start off with the AoE, although Mace Windu will most likely dispel the offense up right away and all the crit damage up. Still, his AoE does a bit more damage. And then you just basic him to death. That's pretty much it. I mean, even if he will hit some of the exposures that Mace Windu can inflict, you see you will get him down no matter what. And that's it. You throw him out of the window. Let's do it 1 or 2 more times, just to show you how easy it really is. Offense up, he dispels it. And then it's basically hack and slay until he's dead. So yeah. Actually, one last time, and I'm gonna show you that it also won't matter if you don't AoE in the beginning. Actually, the basic does pretty much the same damage. So yeah. Yeah, you all can also just basic him to death. Mace Windu, at least, like the in-game version, is just really bad. All right, you have to play this 4 times, and now the last one, Palpatine and Vader. And here, as you can see, you are forced to use Palp lead. You cannot choose Vader lead. And yeah, I have both of his zetas. I think his lead zeta is gonna help you a little bit when the shocks from his basic will expire that you gain turn meter. I'm not 100% sure. His unique is definitely very, very helpful. I mean, I've had it for a long, long time. I'm not sure how crucial it is, but I can imagine that it is, because you need Palpatine to survive long enough against Luke. In terms of modding, again, speed set and potency, like with Sidious. Here, focus on speed and maybe something like potency, of course, protection or health percentage, or maybe a bit of offense will help as well. Same here, speed and potency focused. For Palpatine, I would say protection is actually better because his unique gives him extra protection anyways, and he will increase his max protection per shock. So yeah, definitely go protection here. And yeah, high potency, a bit of health and speed. That's nice. Here also again, potency. You want to buff his potency up as much as you can because you need those shocks to stick. And yeah, of course, speed, bit of offense, health, yeah, probably not that crucial. Survivability is key. Not sure whether maybe protection would be better here or health. I went for health. Mainly also because I have a nice potency secondary value here combined with fairly high speed. And here, of course, speed, 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 and nice potency. And these are the stats that you'll end up with. You, of course, need him Relic 7 either way. And yeah, I think you definitely want to shoot for at least 100% potency. And with the speed and the potency set, you kind of have to have a potency primary on the cross. Otherwise, you won't get there. Speed, I'm running him at 283. And that's pretty much all you need here. For Vader, in terms of modding, crit damage, crit chance, he needs to hit hard. Nevertheless, of course, not to be too slow. So yeah, actually my crit damage, crit chance sets are not the best in terms of secondary speed, so you will see numbers like 16 more often. Crit chance definitely helps. Here, again, crit chance and speed. This one here, I actually haven't even 6-dotted because the primary protection increase doesn't really get you a lot. And here the most important factor is, of course, the speed. Potency, you also want to have a decent amount of potency on him. So potency cross it is, with high speed. Crit damage for sure here, with a nice offense boost and still high speed. And again, speed. And yeah, just go for an arrow that has a lot of high percentage values, really, because at relics, percentage values are definitely much more beneficial than flat values. So yeah, this is how my Vader's looking like. 80% potency. Could be a bit higher, but yeah, you definitely have to get the damage up there. Decent speed, crit chance. Yeah. Well, his leadership is not gonna play a role here. I have all his zetas. The no turn meter reduction should matter here against JKL. This recovery of health might be helpful, but I don't think that this zeta, unique zeta, is required. His leadership, certainly not, because he's not in the leader slot. His Merciless Massacre zeta, I'm pretty sure most of you have it. Although I doubt it's actually going to help a lot. So I would say none of his zetas are essential for this event. And of course, he has to be Relic 7 as well. So let's get into it. So this is the only tier that has 2 waves. So first of all, you're only going to play with Vader. And what I would recommend is you go into Merciless first, you apply some dots, and, well, great, he resisted all of them. And from now on, you're going to do basically only the basic. You just have to keep him ability blocked all the time, which means don't throw the Culling Blade. Even though if your first AoE landed some nice debuffs on him, don't. Just basic, keep him ability blocked, all the time. Also now, he doesn't have ability block anymore. Don't do the AoE. Ability block him. Now that he actually is ability blocked, now you can do the AoE if you want. And there you go. You don't even have to defeat him, you just have to get him low enough. And we're off into the next tier. Now, Vader is basically just standing there watching. You only use Palpatine. The important part is landing the shock, which you apply on the basic, onto Luke as soon as you can. So I've seen strategies that use the AoE first to give Palpatine offense up. I wouldn't. Go straight for the basic, and yeah, this is ideal that basically you start off with the shock already in the first turn, and I would actually keep on basicking him. Because remember, hold on, this was, yeah, here, read the last part. I don't think there's, here, when Palpatine inflicts a shock, he gains 5% max protection until the end of encounter. So every time I do a basic and inflict shock again, I'm gonna increase my max protection. So this is great. Luke now got his Jedi's will buff, so he will counter. But we're still looking very healthy, so that's okay. And every time Luke will take a turn, he will actually lose a certain percentage of health based on the first part of Palpatine's unique here. So yeah, he doesn't have shock anymore, so let's try to apply it. This is actually not good. He resisted, but he died because of the unique slowly anyways, so you really just have to survive long enough. Alright, let's enjoy the visuals. And that's it. You need to replay this one 3 times, and then you got yourself a Sith Eternal. I'm gonna play it one more time because this one actually gave me very good RNG. So, Merciless Massacre, AoE first, maybe apply some dots. Yeah, we got 1 and speed down. Oh, this is not good. So, you have, because he always opens up with his AoE shock first, you have 1 potential failure on the ability block. Now, you definitely cannot have bad RNG anymore and fail with your ability blocks. Otherwise, he's gonna get his counter thing, and then it can go sideways. And he's done. Yeah. Now, young Skywalker, you will die. All right. Let's see. We applied shock. Oh, interesting. He actually started getting his counter buff first. This is probably because we didn't have him ability blocked in the first wave. So he actually managed to do his AoE already. Let's see. He will start countering now from the get-go. So we'll see whether this is going to change anything in terms of difficulty. Okay, he lost his counter thing. Otherwise, if he was still countering, now would be maybe the time to use his Let the Hate Flow to recover health for Palpatine, because he's fairly low. But since he's not going to counter, we can shock him again, and now he's dead. So yeah, this one can, depending on the RNG, get a little bit tricky. Which, of course, if you lose it, would be very bad because it's a lot of tickets per attempt here. But I think if you mod more or less the way I have it modded right now, you will reduce the RNG to a very, very low amount. If you want to play it safe, and in this last time I'm going to play the tier 3 again now for you, if you want to reduce it, you could actually do the basic first, because if the ability block didn't stick, you could basic again. Since it was sticking, we can already use the AoE here. So remember, if he's ability blocked and you have the AoE available, you can AoE. If not, you use the basic. And never throw the Culling Blade. And there we go. And let's see. Okay, we got the shock applied. He's gonna gain his Jedi's will now. But we're looking good, I would say. Yeah. Oh, he resisted the shock, but he's losing health either way. So yeah. And that's it. Now, when it comes to the next tiers, tier 4 and 5, that gets you to the way of the ultimate tier, they are exactly the same. There's no change in mechanics or abilities from tier 4, 5, and 6, except for, of course, Rey and Kylo that you're beating are a bit tougher to beat. But I'm not going to show you tiers 4 and 5 because I don't think it's that crucial. And obviously my Palpatine is already Relic 7. If I remember correctly, I did tier 4 when my Sith Eternal was still at gear 12. So this should definitely be doable. Probably tier 5 as well. Tier 6 I would definitely recommend to have him already at Relic level. So you're going to have your Sith Eternal Emperor and 2 slots, and those are the characters that you can choose. I think the best ones are Dooku and Vader. simply because of the ability blocks and stuns that they give you. In terms of mods, I currently, of course, have arena mods on him, as because I'm actually using him in arena. As you can see, speed, speed is king. The other values are not the most important ones, and I have a health set on him as well, just for a bit more survivability. Speed. This is actually a nice plus. Protection would have been better, actually. Offense secondaries, always nice to have on him. Protection primary, definitely here with speed. I actually chose an offense one here. You can also go the protection primary route. Definitely fast. Here, protection again on the triangle. Don't have him too squishy, so I wouldn't recommend putting additionally here an offense or a crit damage triangle if you have offense already on the cross. And definitely speed arrow here with a nice offense and protection and health. Secondaries. In terms of abilities and zetas, obviously as a Galactic Legend he has 6 zetas. A lot of them are either useless or close to not to like useless for the ultimate tier event. His basic, it just increases the number of turns that Jedi enemies are deceived. Useless. His So Be a Jedi, it actually includes the recovery of 50% protection for dark side allies. Great if you use him outside the event, but as you will see, he gets to his ultimate in this tier so fast. Again, it's not high priority. Of course, give it to him if you have the zetas available. This one here, the zeta only makes the dark side ally tanks taunt. And, well, we're not going to use any tanks here. Useless. His leadership will give the Emperor increased mastery. This might be helpful, I would say. His Discord, again, not really helpful because it includes the Sith Eternal recovers 2% protection. It's basically this paragraph, if I remember correctly. It helps the spreading of deceived much more among enemies, but since you will only have 2 enemies, again, not that useful. The Galactic Legend unique certainly will help, especially if you have him already at higher relic levels, because he will get a boost of 10% max health and protection per relic level, and he will receive deceived reduced damage. So to sum it up, I would say Galactic Legend and his leadership, very, very useful for this tier event. All the other ones, not really. Vader, I actually switched back to the current modding that I have on him, which is still very similar, not as fast as for the tier 3, still potency and crit damage focused. So yeah, that's what I would shoot for. Dooku, I have him just fast, honestly. I guess higher potency would help. I am not even remodding for this ultimate tier, actually. So let's hop into it and show you a few attempts here. So cinematically, very cool, definitely. Palpatine should always go first. He has super high speed, and yeah, you don't even have to read, for example, what Rey is. Like this, I'm all the Jedi. She basically gains combined leadership abilities from a lot of Jedi that were talking to her in the movie in this scene. This one here, Deceived, Sith Eternal just applied that to Ben Solo here at the start. It will start, it won't enable him to target Sith Eternal, except of course his AoE, and it will charge our ultimate faster. Because unless contrary to the Rey and Kylo ultimate tiers, you will have the ability to use the ultimate even though you haven't unlocked it yet. So the first thing is you definitely want to use Unravel Destiny and link those two characters. It doesn't matter who you target first, because once you use linked, you have to target the other character and link them. And this is going to reduce their max protection, but most importantly, it's going to charge his ultimate, as you can see. And yeah, you saw it there. He's already ready for his ultimate. With Dooku, you can either use his special ability or his basic. His basic ability blocks and has a chance to stun. This one has a chance to stun and shock. I'm gonna try that. Okay, it doesn't help. With Vader, go Merciless and then just basic them. And if you're lucky, you can get them ability block both. If not, it's fine. And this is the reason why I told you his middle ability doesn't require the Zeta, because you're gonna go ultimate right now. And then he will actually lose that ability. And you're gonna use power, unlimited power first. Usually it will defeat linked enemies instantly, but obviously not those two characters. But close enough. You have to kill Ben first. Otherwise, if I remember correctly... Oh, do you have to kill Rey first? I actually don't remember. I haven't played it in some time. Okay, that was a bit odd. I thought you'd have to kill him first, yeah, and then you can only kill Rey. And usually it works the first turn, but well. You saw... Oh yeah, let's enjoy the visuals. You saw that I wasn't even getting close to losing. And this was actually a bad or weird run. Yeah, okay. Let's actually... oops. Yep. No, I don't want to go in solo. Let's take on those two. Yeah, they will die together, yada yada. Let's actually read the lore quickly, or actually just the mechanical part. Yeah, this is like... Okay, when Ben is active, Rey can't be defeated. Ah, okay, I actually forgot that part. Ben Solo cannot be defeated while Rey is over 50% health. So basically, once you have done Palpatine's special with the ultimate AoE, which gets them both to red health, you just have to make sure that, okay, he's already ability blocked, so let's try to apply that to her as well. Nah, didn't stick. That's okay. Yeah, it really doesn't matter what you do here. So yeah, that's what you have to pay attention to. So right now, because of Rey's basic, she recovered health. So now we cannot defeat him because Rey is above 50% health. So now you gotta target her, and now we can defeat him, even in the counter attack. Oh, let's throw the Culling Blade. I probably don't think this is enough damage, but just for the shits and giggles. Oh my god. That was fun. So yeah, it's very easy. But don't be deceived by this ultimate tier event. Palpatine in the real battles, let's say, doesn't get to his ultimate that quickly. This has to do with how the linked mechanic and ultimate charge is coded here, because now his ultimate will not only charge when linked or deceived enemies take turns, but also when they take damage. And especially because of the retribution and Ben Solo, oh, let's speed it up again, doing his AoE and then getting countered, as you can see here, it will charge his ultimate even more so. So yeah. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah, Rey dodges a lot in this event, but it doesn't matter, as you saw. Now, let's get them both down. Okay, this is actually good RNG, let's say. She whirlwinded instead of using the basic, which would have healed her up. So yeah, as you see now, it can happen that sometimes she will, kill one of your side characters. Since she will be deceived at that point, she can't even target Sith Eternal, and he won't die from a whirlwind anyways. Now that she's below 50% health, we can just kill Kylo, and now she's gone. Yeah. I think that's enough. Yeah, the difficulty of these tiers is nothing compared to the Kylo event, and also not from what I've seen from Rey. Personally, haven't played it. But yeah. You could even, I mean, I wouldn't recommend it while you actually invest tickets, but I've sometimes even tried and used something like that, and it still works. So this is stupidly easy compared to the Kylo and Rey ultimate tiers. So yeah, there you go. You got to do this 10 times, and then you have your Sith Eternal Emperor with the ultimate. And yeah, I hope this video helped you. If you have questions or want me to test out something, like what are the speeds of the characters in those tiers, which of course you can test with different modding approaches, let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, have fun with this event. The farming of tickets is not as bad as with Kylo and Rey, now that they reworked the ticket system a bit. And yeah, enjoy this Galactic Legend once you have it. He's fun to use. And see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.